나를 기다리고 있었어.
There you are.
뭐야? 왜 또 애기 울음소리가 나?
You wanna go home? Let's go home. It's okay.
아까 걔 엄마는 아니겠지? 비비 엄마인가? 뭐야? 왜 갑자기 또 애기가 나와?
I know the way.
뭐야? 애기를 왜 물에다 넣었어? 뭐야? 이쪽 어떻게 주지, 뭐? 어떻게? 아메리를 찾으세요. 아멜리. 지도는 없는데? 뭐 스캔도 안 되고. 일단 나의 느낌대로 가운데로 가야 될 것 같거든요? 이 선이 의미가 있을 것 같아, 지금 보니까. 여기 뭔가 한 사람한테 연결돼 있어야 되지 않을까? 빠밤. 아니라고? 아, 설마. 어허. 뭐지? 설마 여기가 아닌 건가? 뭐야 또 얘는. 뜬금없이 앉는다고? 아이 이거는 꼭
London Bridge is falling down. Falling down. Falling down.
쳐다봐.
London Bridge is falling down.
어차피 찾는 게 아니라 찾아오게끔 하는 거였네. 그럴 거면 왜 이렇게 만들었어? 정말 사람 가지고 노네 아주 그냥. 옷이 검정색이야.
The last stranding has already begun.
브릿지인데? 아멜리가 아니라?
Emily?
You're too late. What took you so long?
저 총 들고 있어.
You still don't know who I am, do you?
Who are you?
Sam. I knew you'd come back.
얘가 처음부터 다 꾸민 건가? 설마? 오! 아씨! 아!
I love you, Sam.
그거 죽었어. 원래 그래야 되거든? 근데 왜 아멜리야?
I'll be waiting for you on the beach. I've been waiting for you, right here, ever since. You were supposed to stop me. Stop all of this.
Bridget?
Yes. It's me, Sam.
Where's Emily?
내가
Where she's
아멜리야.
always been.
아,
Nowhere.
원래 없었어.
My daughter, Samantha America Strand, doesn't exist.
Emily doesn't exist.
Not in your world. I'm sorry, Sam. I've had to wear a mask for so long. Amelie and Bridget are both a part of me.
What's this supposed to mean?
뭐야?
Wait, and I'll tell you.
오케이, 오케이.
There is no
알았어.
time for questions.
조용히 들을게.
Listen. Just listen.
방송을 틀어놓고 영화를 보고 있네, 아주 그냥.
Do you understand, Sam? Amelie and Bridget, those are just names. What I am is an extinction entity. So, knowing what you know now, you have two choices.
Was getting shot one of them.
총 쏘는 게
You couldn't come
선택지지.
back if it happened here, you know. You'd be straight on to the afterlife. But no. It's not one of them. Killing you would be a terrible mistake. I know that better than anyone. The last stranding has already begun. A seam has formed from my beach and the beaches of every soul in America. And soon it will be inundated by a vast surge of antimatter starting here. In a flash, this world will be no more. Consumed by an explosion. A big bang. So, that brings us to your first choice. Do nothing. Stay here with me and bear witness to the very end.
Just watch it burn.
Together. With me.
다 꺼지고 나면.
Until the last flame winks out. Doesn't sound so bad, does it? It's not like the world has long left anyway. Then there's the second choice. In expanding the network, you brought people and their beaches together, integrating them into a greater whole. Like this kipu. But in doing so, you also bound them to my beach. The very beach where I opened the gates to the other side. You can't stop what's coming. But if you cut me and my beach loose, perhaps you can stop it from spreading. You might just prevent the last stranding. And mankind will live to die another day.
It doesn't have to end here.
But it does. The beach is doomed no matter what. One look ought to tell you that. Which is why we must sever our connection.
연결 어떻게 끊어 근데?
The end of the Death Stranding.
You can't stop the inevitable. The sixth extinction will happen either today.
멸종은 하는구나. 근데 오늘인지 내일인지 모르는 거지.
You can either end it with dignity, quick, clean, and in a flash, or you can struggle in vain, knowing full well what's waiting come the finish. Those are your choices.
엔딩이 두 개나? 설마?
You kept
내가
it
정하나?
this time. Perhaps you still have a chance to stop this nightmare.
미안해. 선택을 해야
You
되면
brought the world
난 널 쏠 거야.
You have the right to decide. Pull the rope or cut the noose. But whatever you do, don't hesitate.
난 좀 더 많은 사람들에게
I'm ready,
희망을
Sam
주겠어.
Strand. Make your choice.
Wait. I don't know what to do.
Sure you do. After everything, how could you not?
모르겠는데? 써야 돼? 진짜 써야 되나? 한 번에 가! 오! 끝나는데요? 이미 총알 다 쐈어. 세계는 멸종한다. 어떡해. 울어. 타는 걸 지켜보는 거야, 지금? 아, 내가 뭘 잘못했구나?
I'm ready, Sam Strand.
오케이, 오케이. 진짜 어떻게 해야 되는지 모르겠어. 네가 아니야. 뭘까? 밀려날 것 같은데? 아, 미안해. 미안해. 내가 널 쏘기만 했구나. 정말 미안해.
Like you were.
정말 미안해. 이렇게 사랑이 가득한 따뜻한 방법이 있었는데 내가 널 죽일 생각만 하네. 어쩐지 좀 이상하더라.
Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you. When you're all grown up, you'll need it to make us whole again. And when the time comes, you'll have to stop me. You are the only one who can. Promise you'll remember.
잊어버렸는데.
Sam, I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
어릴 때부터 말했구나.
I remember. You knew. You always knew.
I did and I didn't. I had so many dreams of the future. I didn't know which ones to trust. Which is why I decided to share them with you and the others. But to connect the dots, to make sense of everything, you need perspective. You need time. Time has no meaning to me. I am not a line. I am a single point. Which is why all I could do was just show you the choices and let you decide.
Our nightmares are your dreams.
You found the common thread, the strand that links them together. And you did that the only way possible. To live life one day at a time. Thank you, Sam. A gun won't help you here. But it still has a role to play. It was the bonds between people that brought the world together. And if that is what matters most to you, then I will stay here on this beach. And I will shut myself in and the rest of you out.
Shut yourself in. Come on.
Once the last stranding starts, it can't be stopped. I can't go with you. All I can do is try to spare you the worst.
Why do you have to stay on the beach?
Sam, I am the beach. And I must stay here and ensure that the extinction happens. Even if it takes tens or hundreds of thousands of years.
Alone?
That's what an EE does. If I had just done my job, none of this would have happened. But I couldn't take it anymore. I got so tired of waiting, and I figured that no one would blame me if I just got it all over with. So, that's what I did.
나 같아도 그랬겠다. 씨. 나 같아도 빨리 그냥 이제 이런 데서 어떻게 혼자 있냐?
But you and the others came together, connected. And you may be living on borrowed time, but you still have hope. Before each of the Big Five, life rebelled. They fought back, evolved in order to survive. It's an opportunity. And if I have to pay the price for that, to be the sacrifice, then so be it. Even if we aren't together,
진짜
we will always
슬픈
be
엔딩이네.
connected. Goodbye, Sam.
내쫓는구나. 그럼 비비는 뭐야?
A gun won't help you here. But it still has a
이제 저걸 쏘는 거야? 아니네.
Quiet, and I'll tell you. There is no time for questions. When you were young, you used to have bad dreams. You cried about them all the time. The truth is, those weren't your dreams. They were mine. For as long as I can remember, I've dreamt of the beach. Not just while sleeping, in my waking hours too. In my dreams, I watched the world end so many times. Countless past extinctions that decimated life on this planet. Again and again and again. At first, I didn't understand what I was seeing or why. And that wasn't the worst of it. There were other, more terrible dreams. Dreams of death and destruction. Of a massive extinction to come. Like this one. And I would always be the one to end it all. To bring about the last stranding. As I have today. The first operation, I was only 20. I opened my eyes and found myself on the beach.
몸은 남아있고.
But the moment I came round, I was back in the hospital bed. I was split across two worlds.
와.
Bridget, my Ha in that one. Amelie, my Ka.
근데 어떻게 움직여? 영혼이 없는데.
Somehow, the two of us managed to coexist. Soon, our ages began to diverge. Bridget's body got older, while the beach kept Amelie's the same.
아.
So I came up with a story. I told people that Amelie was my daughter. A daughter with a debilitating condition and an absent father. Look. Amelie. Is French for soul.
아, 그래?
A soul that's alive.
거짓된 영혼.
There was no Amelie. Only me and the beach. I thought it was a curse in the beginning. But later, I started thinking, maybe I can use this. I tried to find out more about the beach, because understanding the beach had to be the key to interpreting my visions of the future. I realized the beach was connected to the world of the dead, which meant that somewhere out beyond it were the memories of time itself, including those of every organism that had ever lived. 4.6 billion years of biological history, a history that might even stretch back to the creation of the universe. The chiral network and everything that followed was born from my pursuit of that knowledge. By passing data through the beach, we were unbound by the restrictions of time. Simulations that would have taken years or more were simple and effortless. Everything that the Earth had lost and forgotten could be reconstructed and reclaimed. But shortly after we began our research, America saw its first void out. I thought I was running out of time, that my nightmares were becoming a reality. So I raced to complete the chiral network as quickly as possible. The past held all the answers. If only I could find a way to piece them together. A network that bridged our world and the beach. That might do it, I believed. So I started researching bridge babies, children bound to the world of the dead.
망자세 사건이 속박된 아기들. 그거 어떻게?
What causes an extinction entity to come into being? What was the reason for the previous 5 mass extinctions? The answers to those questions would tell me how to stop the 6th. I founded bridges, more determined than ever to build a chiral network that would cover all of America. But the longer I fought my war against the inevitable, the weaker I became.
육체가 쇠약해졌구나.
I had cancer. The beach's punishment, maybe, for not playing along like a good little EE. And then
멸종을 시켜야 되는데 멸종을 안 시켰구나.
my Ha was gone.
구하려 했어?
I couldn't finish what I'd started. So, I asked you to do it for me. And you did. You helped us complete the network. Helped us to reclaim everything the universe experienced from its inception to this moment. Every mystery was ours to solve. Like this one. Once, there was an explosion. A big bang that gave birth to time and space. Thing is, it was more like a big fluke. All that matter and antimatter should have canceled itself out, leaving nothing. But somehow a tiny speck of matter survived. Just enough. Enough to make this world and everything in it. A world that shouldn't be, a world out of balance. Order inevitably gives way to chaos. Everything that lives must inevitably die. It's like the universe is trying to return us to the nothing we came from.
왜 계속 살 수는 없는 거야?
Maybe the Big Five were its best attempts to finish us off. But somehow, life always managed to survive just enough. Enough to thumb its nose at the will of the cosmos. You know, I'm starting to think that extinction might be the key to overcoming total annihilation. It forces life to fight to survive, to endure, to exist. That's why the Big Five ultimately rekindled life instead of extinguishing it. From the ashes of the dead rise the living. Stronger and wiser. Inheritors of the legacy of existence itself. They defy the universe and refuse to surrender. They say, we're just getting started. Extinction is an opportunity. I pulled the trigger twice that day. I knew at once I'd made a mistake. I found your beach and looked everywhere for you. Sam,
어?
there you are.
애기였어, 쌤. 운다. 빨리 달래줘야지 뭐해.
You wanna go home?
설마 애도 분리돼 있나?
I wanted.
아니겠지 뭐.
I wanted to set you free from death once and for all. It's okay. I know the way. But in doing so, I upset the fundamental balance between life and death. I just wanted to save you.
오씨.
I
제발
am
끝내줘
an
이제.
extinction entity. It's my fate to lead our species to extinction. But that moment, you became part of that.
깜짝 놀랐네 순간 졸아가지고.
You became a repatriate, and dooms started spreading my nightmares to others throughout the world. It was me that got you and everyone with dooms into this. Not long after, a death stranding occurred. The dead clung to our world, and BTs used my beach to cross over and devour them, triggering more void outs. A catalyst that would set the world on a path to extinction. It was my
쌤을
duty to
살려가지고
serve
그렇게 된
as a
거구나.
sacrifice, to wait and watch it unfold from this beach. That, or hasten the last stranding and end this slow death. Given these, my only options, I chose to end it quickly. But to trigger the last stranding, I needed you, a part of me. Here too.
살렸기
I
때문에.
would be able to witness extinction consummated with you by my side. But now that you're here, there's another choice. You can cut me off. An EE doesn't have that option for itself. But in my nightmares, I saw another future. One that you chose. One where extinction is hope against total annihilation.
아 드디어.
A gun won't help you here.
다른 용도로
But it still
쓰이겠지.
has a role to play.
어떤 용도? 자살? 뭐야? 야, 그러다 나가면 어쩌려고 그러냐. 무섭다.
Listen, Sam. I was the one that brought you and Cliff together again. There was something I wanted you to know. You were never abandoned. And you're not alone. Don't you see, Sam? You have to live.
그러니까 어떻게 살아남는지 알려주셔야죠. 뭐야? 저기 뭐 5개가 있어. 그죠? 저기 하나 둘 셋 넷 다섯. 뭐 떠 있어? 뭐야? 소름 돋아 막. 뭐야? 길을 안내해주는 것처럼 보인다. 이건 꼭 왠지 저기 5명이 있는데 가야 될 것 같은데 느낌이 그러하지만 저 뭘까? 위에 떠있는 게 궁금하다.
This way. He's over there. Sam! Over here, Sam.
어? 여기잖아.
개츠비님 어서오세요.
개츠비님 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 여기 있어. 뭐야? 이거 브릿지인데? 아멜린가?
Don't give up. You're still connected.
프레자일 하트맨 안녕하세요. 5명이랑 연결이 되었다는 소린가? 잡았다. 뭐야 이거?
개츠비님 추천 감사합니다.
개치비님 추천 감사합니다. 뭐야? 저기 나의 시체가 있다. 입속으로 들어가면 또 베이비 또 입속으로 들어가가지고 또 악이 나온다 이제. 땡큐 땡큐.
우선 한 개.
샘의 해변. 말도 안 돼. 왜 아까 거기서부터다 그래도. 이거 뭐지? 왜? 뭐지 이거? 이 상황이 뭘까?
This way.
제가 물어보고 싶습니다. 느닷없이 왜?
Over here, Sam. Deadman, Sam. We're coming, Sam. You ready for the
엔딩 보고 엄청 좋아했는데 갑자기 이런 상황이면 진짜 당황스러운데. 여기서 붙잡히고 스킵해. 봤으니까 너 스킵해. 이번에 빠르게 간다. 설마 또 튕기진 않겠지? 다시 한번 나에게 땡큐를 날려주렴. 땡큐. 아직 끝난 게 아니야. 대박이야. 인터넷이 느려서 그런가 봐요.
But now with the completion of the Cairo network, we may at last move forward as a people united. Today we come together to celebrate the birth of a new nation.
국장이 대통령
A new
됐어?
nation for a new world. The United Cities of America. I once took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And though that proud republic may be no more, we remain. And so, as your president, I hereby swear
대통령
to
됐어.
support and defend you, the people.
군인이 국장하다가 대통령까지. 와우.
nor masks to hide who we are.
Die Hard Man.
Let there be a new America. An America where we can face one another, where we can speak our minds and open our hearts. The old ways die hard, but I believe, my fellow Americans, that we have the strength and the courage to rise above our
마마는
past
또 어떻게
and
있어?
embrace our future. The Death Stranding is a part of that past.
마마는 죽었는데?
A constant reminder of what could have been. That we stand here today is testament not to the greatness of any one individual, but to our capacity to come together, to the bonds between us, to our collective greatness. All things must come to an end, ourselves included. But as long as we savor each moment, find joy in the promise of tomorrow, embrace hope, and reject despair, we will endure. President Bridget Strand and her daughter, Samantha America Strand,
동일
sacrificed
인물인데
everything
똑같은
in the
사람인데
pursuit of hope that we, the people, might be whole again. That they are not here today to see the fruits of their labor fills us all with a
멘트 오지고요.
profound sadness. But we find comfort in the knowledge that their memories will live on in the chiral network and in our hearts.
이 다이아드맨도
We'll
뭔가
always
있을 것
remain
같은데
connected.
뭐가 있을까?
There is another hero in this story. One whose achievements seem destined to go unrecognized. America still needs that hero. That person without whom we would not be here. Now, the name is unimportant, but you know who I mean. And for that unsung hero, I have a message. It was you who brought us together. You who made us whole again. And while you and I will eventually pass on,
Going somewhere, Sam? Tired of being the unsung hero?
No, I'm done is all. She's gone.
Come on, wait. There's something I need to tell you.
이제 잡아도 되네?
This doesn't bother you anymore?
대박인데?
That's great. Now, wouldn't you like to know how we brought you back from the beach? We were going to use the doll, but didn't have one handy, which is when I remembered something else.
비비 아닌데?
Not what I think it
탯줄
is.
Yes. What could be more connected to Amelie's beach than President Strand's umbilical cord? Hartman thought that's why she left it with me in the first place. Unfortunately,
It didn't work.
yeah, she'd already
정지생님
cut her
어서
beach
오세요.
loose.
정지세님 어서오세요. 반갑습니다.
We didn't know if that meant she dragged you into the great beyond or sent you to some other beach. We were really racking our brains. Hartman and Mama split up and started searching every beach you might feasibly have washed up on. We looked for a month with absolutely nothing to show for it.
A month on the outside. How long on the inside?
Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to know. But don't worry. We found no signs of accelerated aging. In the end, this is what led us to you. Just when we were about to give up, Die Hardman reminded us about the revolver. So, we tried to follow it, and it led us to a far corner of your own beach. And bingo, there you were. Mama made visual contact first. She was able to see you from her vantage point on the other side. She informed Lochna via their connection, and Hartman confirmed your location during his subsequent NDE. The plan was for Fragile to, in essence, slingshot Lou and me to your position so we could rescue you. But it's not so easy to send multiple individuals to another person's beach for an extended period of time. And that's where the umbilical cord came in. We wove these from President Strand's DNA. They serve as a single knot that binds us all. The President must have known all of this would happen. Ironic, isn't it? The gun that set this whole mess in motion ends up being the key to saving you.
심오한 뜻이 담겨 있는 것 같은데 내가 이해를 못하겠다. 와.
A weapon, but a lifeline. A stick that became a rope. I suppose that's one way of putting it. Oh, Sam. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to give you a hug. Got something else to tell you. Top secret. It's about Cliff. Bibi's mother's name was Lisa Bridges, Cliff's common-law wife.
Lisa Bridges?
Now, Cliff was killed by a man identified in the records only as John. Former U.S. Special Forces.
이게 지금
Quite
국정
good at
아니야?
it by all accounts. Later appointed as an aide to the president, who used him for most of her wet work. The records go on to state that he vanished after Cliff's death. A warrant was put out, but he was later found dead. Turns out some people die harder than others, though. Dear John donned a mask and reappeared with a new identity. But you can't fool the chiral network. We restored the old records, and Mama hid them deep in the archives. You're the only one, besides us, with access privileges. Take a look if you're so inclined. But don't say I didn't warn you. The president's got some dirty, dirty laundry.
끝난 게
I don't
아니네.
trust him, but I'll work with him if that's what it takes. We'll talk later.
Sam. I don't expect you to forgive me. But would you hear me out?
이제 모든 이야기를 해주나?
I killed Captain
오,
Clifford.
자백하네?
I would tell you I did it for America. For love of country. But I didn't. I did it for her. Because I loved her with all my heart. She was everything to me. Everything. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses.
변명이지.
I just want you to know that not a day's gone by when I haven't thought about it. Time didn't help. Or the mask. Please, let me finish. The captain, saved my life. You know why they call me Die Hardman?
모르지.
Because he wouldn't let me die.
왜?
He brought my sorry ass back home every time. And I loved him as much as I loved her. And when he stared me down, that ghost, I knew
He was here to kill me. To make it right. And why shouldn't he? Why didn't he? He couldn't save his kid, his baby. And that's what brought him back.
근데 죽이질 않았어.
I guess when he saw I was trying to do my part for America, he remembered who he was. And he forgave me. God! But I don't deserve it, God damn it! There is no atoning for what I've done. Damn, God!
한 대 때려줘.
But maybe this is the next best thing. Maybe he brought me back from the beach for a reason. One last time.
미국을 위해.
He wanted me to do this. To keep on being Die Hardman.
No. He didn't. Nobody wants a president who acts like they're immortal. And if you're not scared of death, how can you value life? And life is pretty fucking fragile right now. And yeah, the old ways die hard. But that's what's gonna have to happen if we're gonna come together and build a better America. That gun won't help you here. That's her words, not mine.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.